Hey everyone, got a few interesting comments about the jig that I use for togging, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it today. The rig that I use are the tog jigs, micro slow pitch jigs, and also the deep drop rig. I'll do my best to explain where and why I use each. The flat bean jig, very popular for togging, easy to set up, essentially a lead head and a very sharp hook of different sizes. Half ounce to 1.5 ounce is very popular for inshore fishing. The flat profile allow it to sit at the bottom, minimal impact by the current. You want that for togging. And here we have the ultra minnow type jig head along with the bullet head type. These will catch tog as well if you have the right bait. So how do you rig it up? Personally, I use the loop knot. Use whatever you're comfortable with. So where would I use this? Calm condition like this or this with very minimal current. This jig works great if it stays vertical and not scoping at all. You want to make sure you want to feel that tap of the tog taking your bait. This is a great rig setup. It's easy and effective, and most important, it's really fun jigging for tog. What's the con of this jig? For me at least, I think can be costly at $2 to $6 each, depend on the size, and I tend to lose tons of jigs. Size and length of the hook can't be changed to rig the bait better. Hard to use in heavy current conditions. What is your take? This knot is really good and strong. It hasn't failed me. It's great for any kind of swim bait or jig. It works well. So in my last video, a few viewers were questioning my choice of using these kind of jig. Common were like unnecessary, messy, foul hooking, and ridiculous. I mean, all valid points. But so why do I use it? Because I can. It can be used in so many technique and conditions. I can cast it, vertical jig it, fast jig, slow jig, bait it, skip the surface, or leave it at the bottom. I like that I can fish this type of jig deeper with lighter weight, and also to be able to swap out the hooks without actually changing the jig. Another reason is the place that I fish for tog also holds some black sea bass. As a bonus, the sea bass will hit this kind of jig on a fall or on the up, so it's no reason not to use this. As a tog jig, it holds the bottom better than most due to its thin profile. Current doesn't move it as much as the other. The Kevlar assist hook kind of flutter above the jig, which to me would attract some fish to investigate, in my opinion. One viewer's comment was like, why use multiple hooks? Well, double hook up like this. I also think that having more bait down there, it would hold the fish interest longer at your jig. As a poor angler, I find this to be a little bit less expensive than the tog jig. These range about $1 and change for the 3/4 ounce versus the $2 and change for the flat bean tog jig. So economically, this one makes sense for me. I did something differently last time I went out. I actually swapped out two assist hook and replaced them with a mono and 3/0 hook at each end. Like this, but why? The idea was to use the jig as a sinker and tie a snafu rig to it. I found the actual hookup got better and my bait was less likely to get stolen. I simply pass through the leader through the eyelid and loop around, cinch tight, and that's it, equal length. To rig up the crab, I go from one leg socket and out the other, repeat on the other side with the other hook. Now with both hook exposed, the hookup will tend to go up. I think that's the idea of the snafu rig, and I am a believer of that rig. It really works. This is the deep drop rig, and it's essential for bottom fishing. It's a great rig to have in your arsenal. Tie the sinker at the bottom. I use a double surgeon knot. You can use any. 8 to 12 inches above that is a dropper loop with a 3/0 hook. Here's a brief tutorial of how I tie the loop knot and also the surgeon knot. If you need a detail of that, let me know. I'll do another video showing a step-by-step guide how to tie those knots. But they're all over the web, and you can look them up. So where would I use this rig instead of the tog jigs or the micro jig? Well, usually in a place where there are tons and strong current where the jig can't hold bottom. I'm fishing underneath a bridge here and the jig wasn't doing it, so I changed to this rig and a 6-ounce sinker, and that actually worked for me. You can change the size of the hook or the sinker size to match the area you're fishing. Great all around rig. Don't go tog fishing without it. Alright, these are the rig that I use for tog. I mean, they work for me, may not be for you, but let me know what you guys think, and also what kind of rig or jigs or thingamajig that you guys use to, that you use. And thanks for watching. Please don't forget to leave a comment, a like, a dislike, and please subscribe. Thank you.